Hi, this is Dr. Rankin again, here to talk about the comprehensive exams. This is going to be a brief overview for those of you who are in the EDD program and will be taking comprehensive exams. We're going to talk about comprehensive exams and about how to do a case study, because part of the comp exam is a case study. A lot of students wonder why we have comprehensive exams. What is the reasoning behind it? Why do we do these things? And the truth is that we need to know that you have gathered the knowledge that you need to be a professional in the field, that you have both depth and breadth, meaning that you know a lot and you know how to use it about many different things. It also is a tool to show us if you're ready to write a dissertation. We need to see that you're organized. We need to see that you have good academic writing skills. We need to see that you're analytical and integrative, meaning that you can put ideas together in a larger document. These are 20-page papers, which your dissertation is probably going to be over 100 pages. So this is just a microcosm of what you will be doing on the bigger picture in your dissertation. Basically, the comprehensive exams consist of 2 papers and an oral defense. The first paper is a case study. Second paper is your personal leadership philosophy. You must make at least an 86.25, which is a 3.0, to pass the exam. Here are some guidelines to remember. First, do not discuss the questions with other students at CityU or CityU faculty. You're supposed to be doing this exam independently. You need to cite most or all of the readings from your core concentration classes, meaning that you should be using what you've learned in the program. We're not going to exactly check to make sure that you use Northhouse or you use this or use that, but we do want to see that you've used some material that you've learned throughout the program. Make sure that papers are accurate in APA style. They need to be well edited, comprehensive, and succinct. So don't just add padding or fluff. Read through your papers. Look for mistakes. I strongly suggest getting Grammarly. You can get a free copy of Grammarly. It will check for grammar mistakes and other stylistic mistakes as well. It can help you find when you use the wrong form of there or something like that. It's very good at that kind of thing. It's well worth it for when you start your dissertation. There's some possible grade outcomes. Your submission could be rejected. If the exams don't pass Turnitin or Safe Assign, then they will, or they're not formatted properly, then they will be rejected. You can pass your exam, of course, with no revisions. You could have major revisions, which means that we will request that you rewrite those papers and make the additions or edits that we feel like you need to make in order for it to pass, or you will fail. Now, those who fail, it means that they were not up to the standard and would not be able to write a dissertation. And so we have to figure out how can we correct that. So we will allow you to retake comps again a second time. You'll receive a Y grade and must retake it within 3 quarters. So you will be able to work with someone to help you with your drafting of the new exam. And if you could take it within 3 quarters, there's no charge. After 3 quarters, you'll be charged to take the course again. You must pass first comp before you're allowed to take the second comp. Basically, what that means is you must pass the first paper before the second paper is graded. So we need to know that you are on the right path. So let's talk a little bit about case studies. Why do we do case studies? Well, case studies demonstrate analytical thinking. They demonstrate the application of theoretical concepts. It requires you to synthesize material from multiple classes, pushes you outside your comfort zone to show that you really can be an expert in the field, and it allows you to write a professional quality paper. And above all that, it also allows us to have a means of comparison with other students, because other students are using the same case study. Students in the past have used these case studies. We know what to expect. We know what you should be seeing, what you should be pointing out, because we understand the case study. It gives us a frame of reference so that we can fairly judge how students are doing in the program and how they're applying their thinking and the use of materials within these familiar case studies. We do have case studies for the comp exam in education, in organizational leadership, nonprofit, and I think there's some others as well. So there is a variety of case studies for you to choose from, so you can write in the field that you've chosen to concentrate in. When you're looking at a case study, you want to think about what is the problem the case is asking you to solve. Now, you may see questions in the case study. Some case studies have questions. Those questions are not meant for you to answer in this context. They were just part of the case study that we purchased or got copyrights to, so we couldn't remove them. However, it's not what you're supposed to do to just answer those questions. You have to actually examine the case from a bigger picture, try to better understand it. So you want to look at what the problem is. What is the problem that is being presented to you? Then you want to gather the known facts. What is the case study telling you are the facts? And I'll jump down to the bottom really quick. Do not add facts. Do not add things to the case to make it more realistic. If you have a similar problem at your school, don't talk about that. Don't add facts from your school, from your organization. Don't add facts from the real world. Don't add facts that aren't in the case. You must just use what is known in the case. Now, if there should be more facts, like let's say in order to make a good decision, more data needs to be collected, that is a recommendation that you can make, to collect more data. Don't supply the data for them. So what are the known facts, and then what is unknown? So what is unknown in the issue that has been presented? So what are like the missing pieces? And then what would the people need to consider to solve the problem? What kind of things should they be looking at, should they do to help solve that problem? And then how does the content you've learned in class help you solve the problem? Now, you may need to do additional research to find out more up-to-date answers. Maybe you don't have the exact answer from what you've learned in the program, but you've learned to do research, and you know the areas to research in to help solve these problems. So go to do that research. And again, do not add facts to make the case more realistic. We are going to want to see you defending your position with research. We don't want your opinion. We want to research that is showing this are the best recommendations. And you will be making recommendations in all the case studies. You're going in there like you're a professional, you're a consultant. So you're going to be recommending to these people, these companies, these schools, a plan of action in order to solve the problem that is presented in the case. So remember, it's important. Figure out the problem, figure out what facts are known, do not add your own facts. What is unknown though, and needs to be found out, and then who's involved and what do they need to do? How can you give them advice to help them solve their problems? And always use research. That's it. If you have any questions, please raise them in the residency or email me with any questions that you might have. Again, it is an exam, so I can't give you precise details about what will happen in the class, but this basic overview should provide you with enough information so that you kind of understand what's going to happen. So have a great rest of your day. Hopefully be talking to you soon.